Hello friends and enemies, come with me on day 2 of my trip to Iceland. That morning, I was heading over to my walking tour and it started raining. So I ducked inside of this bookstore, which worked out for me because I needed to find an Icelandic copy of The Little Prince for my sister. I didn't buy it because I didn't want to carry around with me in the rain, but I did make a mental note of it for when I came back to Reykjavík at the end of my trip. My walking tour for the morning was actually the Reykjavík Cat Walk tour with Your Friend in Reykjavík. I did it as a collaboration, which should already be up on my page. But if you love cats and you want to know how cats tie into Icelandic culture and folklore, then you should definitely check this tour out. Not only do you get to see some Reykjavík landmarks and some really cool cats, you also get to go to a cat cafe. It was only me and one other person on the tour, so our tour guide Barthi gave us undivided attention. And because we didn't get to see many cats out on the street, Barthi took us to his place to show us his 3 cats. After the tour, I headed back to my hostel to dry off a little bit before meeting up with my friend Sierra and some of her new friends to get some hot dogs. We stopped by the indoor weekend flea market even though it wasn't open that day. And we stopped by the stall owned by the wife of the man who wrote the music for Lazy Town. Afterwards, we walked along the water to go to the secondhand shop. And while I did lose my friends for like 2 seconds, I also found this handbag for $9, so a win is a win. We then headed back to our hostel where Sierra made some rice noodles and shared them with me again, before a very large group of us from the hostel headed out to go to museum night. Museum night was a night during the Winter Lights Festival where a majority of the art galleries and museums in Reykjavík were free to the public. After some frantic research and much deliberation, we decided we were going to go to the National Museum of Iceland and the National Gallery of Iceland. I'm happy we went to the National Museum first because there was so much Icelandic history and culture that I didn't know before coming on this trip. Also, many of the museums and art galleries were hosting different events and performances, so we got to see this live performance. After a while, we headed over to the National Gallery of Iceland, which was really exciting because they had a live DJ and a free gin bar. Like, yes, the art was really cool, but it was also really fun to kind of just like party it up in a gallery on a Friday night in Reykjavík. Because my little hostel group was having so much fun, and like I said, it was a Friday night, we had to keep the party going, but we didn't know where. Luckily, one of the girlies in my group, Naomi, and I had the smart idea to ask the DJ on where to go on a Friday night, because if anyone knew where a party would be in Reykjavík, it would be a DJ. She told us to go to this bar called Röntgen, which was actually around the corner from our hostel. We got there around midnight, which was perfect because that's when they took out the chairs and the tables so they could open up the dance floor. And the DJ was phenomenal. She did Nueva Yol into Gasolina into Ayo. Like, Naomi and I may or may not have spent the entire night just spawning over her. After some of us had some flirtatious fun with Icelandic men, I decided to be a responsible adult and go back to my hostel at 2:45 a.m. Like and follow for day 3.